it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. Wanted to talk to you about the Get Organized Challenge. Week 3 on photos, which they moved up this year in this challenge, is just ending. So I thought I would share how I store my photos. I have 2 of these units that I store my 4x6 photos that I've already scrapped past this point. And this one has some blank ones. Most of them, the individual ones hold. I label those a year. Sometimes I have more than a year in a photo, and there's a few years where I have more than one case for a year. Like in 2009, both my younger sister and my youngest brother got married, so I have a lot of photos that year. But I keep those because sometimes I need to pull out a photos for things, for either projects I'm working on or sadly funerals where you need photos to display, or my daughter scraps too. That way I can just reach in there and pull out what I need because they're all filed by year. My larger ones that are larger than the 4x6 go into a Totally Tiffany 8.5 by 11 fab file. I need to get more of the inserts for them, and I need probably a couple more of the fab files because right now I have photos. They are separated by year and filed in here, but that's temporary until I can get more of the fab files. And right now they're out of stock on them because I was going to order them and get my photos done. I'm trying to get paper and photos and probably embellishments because I don't have much left to do on those. Completely done this challenge. And then my photos to be scrapped I keep in the Totally Tiffany Memento Keepers. This is my one for the current year, which it's labeled 2018, but really I'm going to relabel it current year because I am trying to keep up on scrapbooking. And then I have like a page planner in here for each month. Like right now my September photos are here. I've just been printing them at home. I don't like that method because I really worry about longevity on the ones that you print at home. I don't think you get the same quality as ones that you send off to print, but I don't take that many photos, which is a surprising fact for a scrapbooker, but especially now that my kids are all grown up and gone. We don't have any grandkids, so we just don't take a lot of photos. So I just put them here, and I'm trying to keep caught up. I need to do my September scrapbooking this month. I do have a couple more of these. I have one for my son's wedding, which was in 2017. I did scrap that in my chronological albums, but I want to do a separate wedding album, and I know my heart's just not in that. He's kind of cut us off. I know he's moved out of state, but I don't know where he's moved to because he didn't tell us. So it's hard to really get your heart into scrapbooking those things when there's such a divide. So right now those are, but all the photos are set up, and memorabilia for the wedding are in one of these, as well as I've got a medical one started because I want to do a health journal for my, in 2012, my health just fell apart. It took over 6 months to get a diagnosis, which they determined it was a connective tissue disease. But for a good year, I was walking around in a fog. I had to focus on how to walk when I walked until they found out what was wrong and got me on meds. I mean, it's still not perfect by any means, but I'm very thankful for where I'm at. I still have to watch how much I do. I still have to watch that I don't overdo, but it's so much better than it was at that point. But there's still no way I could have do the job that I used to have. And I got disability for that because I worked for the Postal Service, and there's no way I couldn't do an 8-hour day of just sitting, let alone if you have to get up and move around, which with my job I definitely had to do that. So, but I try to look back whenever I start to feel a little down, look back on those early days of the illness and remember it could be so much worse, especially given what they originally thought I had. They originally thought I had ALS. So I'm trying to be thankful every day that it wasn't that. I probably wouldn't be here today if it had been what they originally suspected, because the prognosis for that just, I think max is usually 5 years. So and it's been 6 years, so I probably would not be here today if it had been what they originally suspected. But anyways, I got off topic there, but it kind of gives you a little insight into what I've been through. But I am thankful. I have to really watch what I do so I don't know because if I overdo, I get really short of breath and I start lapsing into how I was, 5-6 years ago. So I have to really be careful. If I overdo, I pay for it, and I try to remember that in my head that I will pay for it. But sometimes when you're feeling good, you think, "Oh, I can do this," not giving any consideration to what you'll feel like, tomorrow or the next day or however many days down the road or weeks down the road that the after effects may last. But anyways, this week for the Get Organized Challenge will be embellishments. That class is tomorrow. I have most of my embellishments put away. I have some of the cut apart cards from different, almost like Project Lifestyle, things that I got out of different paper pads that I need to get sorted. I'm still trying to figure out the perfect solution for that. I don't really like them in my scrap rack. I don't know why. Those items I just don't like in there. I think it's because some of them don't have a significant theme, so it's hard to file them in there. So I'm trying to come up with how I want to do those. I'm really leaning towards a separate system so that I can just kind of flip through real quick, see what I'm using. And I tend to use those either for filling in scrapbook pages, card making, or what else do I use them for? Or like December dailies, which it's nice to have the Christmas one separated for that reason. But I'm trying to find the perfect solution for that. I don't know if there is a perfect solution, but a better one than what I have right now, I guess. That, and I want to go through my scrap rack, which right now it's kind of covered, half uncovered, and purge some more. I really think the alphabets are something that I'm going to try to purge. I think I want to try to find a little container that has enough compartments in it for the alphabet and put my single letters in that and then just give them to my daughter so she can bring them to school and they'll be all organized for her already so she doesn't have a mess when I give them to her. Because you can find those little containers for fairly cheap. So that's my goal for Embellishment Week, is to go through and purge and file the few things that I don't have filed. Most of my embellishments I'm good at putting away as soon as I get them, but there's a few that I haven't gotten taken care of, so that's my goal for this week. Tonight, starting at midnight Eastern Time, is HSN Craft Day. So I'm trying to think, have I seen what? I don't even remember what the schedule is, so I can't tell you what I want to say Crafter's Companion kicks it off, so it might be, so I'm thinking it might be they have a new, Crafter's Companion has a new Gemini sewing machine, the Gemini Stitch, so I'm wondering if maybe that's today's special. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking it might be. But anyways, I plan on watching some of that. I might even stay up later and try to see it kick off. I haven't looked to see what the schedule is, so I'll have to do that. See if I want to stay up late and watch some of it. I don't know that I've got anything I want to buy this round. I I did get all my paper supplies in there. I'm still paying off my Cricut, so if I buy anything, it won't be much. It'll be something that I could pay off totally. My Cricut I bought on FlexPay, so I've got payments to make on that every month. So I'm still working on that, getting that paid off. But I always like to watch, even if I don't buy anything. And a lot of times I don't buy anything, but it's fun to watch and see what's new and watch the presenters. I know the Cricut Explore Air 2 is coming out in like 8 different colors, and HSN is going to have all of them. I think after that, certain colors are specific to certain stores, but they have some really pretty colors, but I don't need another Cricut machine. I have the Maker. The Air 2 would be a step back, so I'm happy with the machines. I actually still have the Explore Air 2, the original Air. My sister doesn't seem like she's interested in it, so I may just end up keeping it because I really don't want to go through that. I don't do PayPal, so I don't really have a way of accepting payments to sell it online. I really don't think I'd want to ship it anyways. I don't have the original box, so shipping it would be a pain, and I really don't want to deal with strangers coming to my home to look at it. So I think I will probably just keep it unless I find somebody I know who's looking to buy one. Anyways, that's all I've got to share today. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I store my photos. I didn't have much to do this challenge because my photos were pretty much already sorted. It was just a matter of going through and like printing out the ones that I haven't printed and getting them put into my holding album. So it's kind of fun going through it, not the challenge, and not having a whole lot to do. But like I said, I still have a few. I need a couple more of the fab files for photos. I still have some room in those ones, so I won't need a new one of those for a while. And hubby actually has one that I don't think he's using anymore. His doesn't have the colored containers, but if I had to, I'm not going to worry about having colored containers. If he's not using that for anything, I will probably take it when I get to when I get to where I need more photo storage, and use that if he's not using it for something else. What else do I have for photos? That's it for photos. For paper, I need something to put my paper that I've cut to size for the emoji punch board, which I don't have yet, but I know I'll get it someday. So I've just been cutting scraps down into size for things like that when I need it. And I want some boxes for different ready-made cards that I've been working on. I got one for Christmas, but I'd like to get different. I'd like to find one for like birthday cards. Come Valentine's Day, I want to get one of those photo boxes that looks like it's Valentine's, because right now I found Christmas. I didn't see any Halloween ones. Did I just miss them? Not that I do a lot of Halloween cards, but I wouldn't mind, and I got to get back mailing cards again. So anyways, that's all I've got to share today. I've rambled. I've been all over the place. It was mainly about photo storage, but I did cover other things. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.